December 11th, 1988, in Tokyo, saw one of the most evocative Club World Finals in history between South American champions Nacional of Uruguay versus European champions PSV Eindhoven of the Netherlands.
The Dutch Giants were in the midst of going through their all-time greatest era, winning 6 out of 7 Dutch league titles between 1986 and 1992, as well as 3 Dutch Cups.
On top of fielding 5 Dutch internationals who had just won Euro 88, PSV had international stars from Belgium, Denmark, and legendary Brazilian striker Romario. This team was stacked.
Nacional, on the other hand, had been struggling domestically, having won only 2 Uruguayan leagues that decade. However, in South America, they were a consistently dominant force, winning 2 Copa Libertadores and nearly winning it all on 3 separate occasions.
When they arrived to Tokyo for this match, they were already a well-known club, having won the first ever Intercontinental Cup to be played in Japan when they beat Nottingham Forest in 1981. This team was led by the experienced Hugo de Leon, one of the all-time great South American defenders, and backed up by a formidable team filled with various Uruguay internationals. The first half began with Nacional exploding out of the gate. This led to a corner kick in the 7th minute.
Primer palo, Reveles también el centro, el arquero, ¡gol!
And the first goal of the match was scored by Uruguayan international Santiago Ostolaza. This seemed to stun PSV, who initially were unable to take control of the match. Nacional could have had a second goal in a key moment after a strong claim for a penalty that was not given by Colombian referee Díaz Palacios.
De Lima está el segundo, de Lima, penal, y no cobra Jesús Díaz Palacio. Hay que ver el penal que no cobra el Checho colombiano. Pero es de asombro, es increíble.
Chances became abundant on both ends as the goalkeepers Jorge Seré for Nacional and Hans van Breukelen for PSV made key saves to keep their teams in the match.
Viene, van Breukelen de Lima, y en la línea, Eindhoven, lateral para Nacional.
In the second half, PSV were relentless in their high press, finally getting a throw-in in the 78th minute.
Guedes con el árbol, Seré, golpe de puño, Romario, gol. Gol del PSV.
Romario tied the game in a crucial moment of the match and dedicated his goal to manager Gus Hiddink. While it seemed like now momentum was on PSV's side, the 90 minutes finished in a 1-1 draw. Extra time began with both teams creating clear chances to take the lead, first involving William Castro.
Castro está, viene. Y la pelota se va a perder.
And then Romario, whose shot barely missed the near post.
Pelota para Romario, peligro. Romario se demoró y se la perdió.
However, a key moment occurred 5 minutes into the second half of extra time when referee Díaz Palacios awarded PSV a penalty.
No.
The important thing is that Dutch star defender Ronald Koeman scored the penalty, and PSV were 10 minutes away from giving the Netherlands their second club world title. As fate would have it, there was still time for one more big emotion right at the end of the match. The referee awarded a corner kick to Nacional that seemed not to hit any of PSV's players. Then, in the 120th minute, came an unforgettable moment in the history of Uruguayan football.
Cabecear, el centro de Lemos, se cerró, cabezazo, gol!
Santiago Ostolaza, who scored Nacional's opening goal, saved Los Bolsos on the biggest stage in the very last minute of the match. The broadcast by Carlos Muñoz is just as iconic.
Aquí hay uruguayos, les dije. Aquí hay 11 charrúas. Aquí hay 11 que van a dar todo. Acá hay 11 que no se entregan nunca.
The penalty shootout that ensued took the drama to another level. Ronald Koeman stepped up first for PSV versus Nacional's goalkeeper, Jorge Superman Sere. Sere was relatively small in stature at 181 centimeters, but he was considered a great talent when it came to penalty shootouts.
Llega, tira, gol.
Koeman still managed to score, but it's notable that Sere had guessed his shot correctly. Next was midfielder Lemos, who tied the shootout at 1.
Carrera, llega, tira, gol.
Round 2 started with Dutch international forward Wim Kieft.
Kiev, Sere! Superman!
Who was stopped by an ecstatic Sere. For Nacional, substitute Daniel Carreño had the chance to put Nacional ahead, but his shot was stopped. The score was still 1-1. For round 3, Dutch forward Hans Hilghaus stepped up
Gilus, gol!
and scored his penalty, which again was nearly saved by Sere. Hector Moran was shooter number 3
Morán llegó, tiró, lo erró.
and belted it over the crossbar. 2 shots remaining. Brazilian star Romario came in as the 4th shooter
Cintura, Romario, gol.
and calmly tricked Sere to put PSV 3-1 ahead, something that he was very keen to point out to the goalkeeper. Uruguay international William Castro scored a crucial shot to keep the game alive, 3-2. The final shot was down to Danish star Søren Lerby, who had the chance to give PSV their first ever club world title.
Lerby, frente al balón el danés. Llega, tira, pegó el palo. Pegó en el palo.
Incredibly, Jorge Sere brushed the ball enough to send it hitting the crossbar. Nacional now had to score the next shot to take the shootout into sudden death. The responsibility fell to the iconic Hugo de Leon, already a club world champion, 2-time Copa Libertadores winner, and a FIFA World Cup Winners' Cup winner with Uruguay.
No quiero mirar, pero debo, de León, gol.
The pressure did not seem to weigh on him at all. For sudden death, additional rounds of 1 kick each are used until one team scores and the other misses. Dutch forward Ellerman scored his shot for PSV, as did Juan Carlos de Lima for Nacional.
Tira, gol.
In round 2, shots were scored as well by defender Stan Velix for PSV
Golazo.
and Felipe Rebeles for Nacional.
Llega, tira, gol.
Belgian star Eric Gerrit stepped up for the 3rd round of sudden death.
Get it, Sere!
And he was stopped by Sere. The responsibility fell to Uruguay international José Saldaña, who had the chance to win it all.
Chango, pegó en el palo,
Incredibly, he missed. Now it was PSV who had survived a match-winning penalty. The 4th round went by with both Arek Cote and Santiago Ostolaza scoring.
Tiró, gol.
Finally, we came to the climactic moment of this final. Dutch star defender Barry van Arle stepped up
Toma carrera, llega, tira, Sere.
and was stopped by Jorge Sere, remarkably his 4th save of the shootout. For the final shot, announcer Carlos Muñoz was so nervous that he actually refused to watch Tony Gomez as he prepared to take the shot of his life.
No lo miro a Butín, con el grito de él voy a saber, con el grito de Crosa voy a saber. Tony, vos me decís Jorge, Tony, gol, gol.
And with that, Nacional were club world champions for the 3rd time. This was Uruguay's 6th Intercontinental Cup in total, which includes Peñarol's 3 club world titles. The South American press was absolutely in awe of this feat. The club returned to Montevideo to a nationwide celebration as Nacional had now undeniably established itself as one of the most legendary clubs in South American football history. Thank you for watching.
Nacional, campeón del mundo 1988.